Hey beautiful souls, this is your pick a card reading, spirit messages for you. And as you saw on my previous post, we've got 3 cards, or 3 piles, each with 3 cards, Major Arcana cards and an Angel card. So hopefully you've chosen yours, and I will begin to read this one with the light seers. Now, as always, I've shuffled the cards at random and chosen 3 from the Major Arcana. Now, why Major Arcana? Well, the Major Arcana cards in the tarot are all about you, the individual. So it's not always about external influences, but it's all about what's going on at a level you're not aware of and that Spirit wants you to know. So it's all about the actions that we can take, the influences around us at the moment, and, you know, a short look into the future. And then we have an Angel card to end off. So I'm going to look at the Light Seer, Major Arcana, to begin with. So for those of you who chose this pile, I'm going to read from that now. So let's clear the energy. Take a deep breath. And you might want to say to yourself, what is it I need to know? What does Spirit want to say to me today? And also to recognise you might not think initially that it resonates with you, but there will be something in there that you might say later on, hey, I get that now. So when you're ready, take a deep breath, clear your mind and ask for guidance. Well done. Okie doke, let's have a look at these 3 cards for those of you who chose the Light Seer deck. Wow, the first card, now I choose them all completely at random. The first card is the Tower. How powerful is that? Let me just bring it closer to you, the Tower. And the next card is the Empress. These are beautiful cards, aren't they? I really resonate with them. They're absolutely divine. And the third card is the Chariot. So as I look at these three cards now, for those of you that chose these 3, I would say Spirit wants you to make some massive change in your life. It wants you to listen to a calling that I think you know what that calling is. This is your chance, because in fact, you know, when you get the Tower, it means it's like preordained. You've decided at a level you're not aware of. It's your spiritual contract. Something is changing in your life. It doesn't mean to say it's bad. It could mean something good. But it is about upheaval and change, bringing in the better, bringing in spiritually what you need. So the Tower, I often receive the Tower in moments of change. I can remember when I was leaving Australia, every time I had a tarot reading, the Tower came up every time, because I was undertaking a massive transition. So there you are, the Tower. Now, if you make this decision and you listen to that divine whispering that you're receiving from Spirit, you receive the energy of the Empress, which is confirming to you a rebirth. She's divine feminine. She's pregnant with life. She's got the world in her womb. She's creating a new life, and it can indicate a pregnancy depending on the question at hand. But essentially, the Empress is divine, feminine, sacred woman. She's nurturing. She's beyond the Queen. She's so enlightened. She's so powerful. She has got the world within her, and she knows that. She's acknowledging the power of the Tower. She's allowing what doesn't serve her to crumble anymore, because she knows her power. She's now, if you like, pregnant with a new life. So there will be some form of labour pains, perhaps. That might be the Tower energy. But she's recognising that she's ready for change, and she's embracing that change. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And then the Chariot, the outcome of the 3. And it's interesting how the 3 seem to fall in perfect alignment for you. The Chariot, you are ready. You're not inside the Chariot, you're sat on top, because you're in control. The horses are in control. Now, of course, with the Tower, it can mean that maybe the horses have gone a bit wild, because they do look as though they're going in opposite directions, if you like. but it's yin and yang, black and white. It's about duality. It's about knowing that you know that you didn't know you knew, if you know what I mean. So here he is, armed. He's not forcing these horses. And if you look closely, there's hardly any tack on those horses. So he's trusting the process. You are ready for this change. You've got the knowledge, you've got the resources, you've got the wherewithal. There's no reason why you can't allow the energy of the Tower and the energy and the power of the Empress transform you. Because if you're anxious that you don't know what you think you need to know, you do. You don't need to go to school again. You don't need to do any further training. The Chariot is ready. It's about knowledge, victory, success, moving forward. Prediction-wise, it's around like July time, I would say, because it's the number 7. The 3 is the Empress, and the 16 is the Tower. So I think between the 3 of them, for those of you who've chosen these particular cards, you're on the threshold of a whole new beginning in your life. And obviously it's up to you whether you take up that challenge, but I recommend that you do, because I think with the Empress there, you're going to be fine. You are going to be absolutely fine. Because what's stopping you? And your angel message is Rosetta. How lovely is that? You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So have a think about that as well. What does that mean to you? How does that resonate with you? It could be inner child work. It could be that you are a teacher. It may be that you've got a natural inner, because the Empress is there, innate natural skill for working and helping younger people. So have a think about that. Anything else I get? It might be relevant to a few of you water signs as I get here. And it feels to me that whatever it is, you are ready for this change. It feels beautiful to me, but yeah, with any upheaval, the Tower, there is a bit of, a mess, if you like. But the Empress is there saying, it's going to be okay. Just got to do it. Because when we go through change, the ego mind resists it. You've got to be ready to embrace it. Expect that victory. Keep moving forward. Don't hold back. Wow, that's beautiful. So let's go on to the next one. For those of you who chose the middle 3 cards, and let's clear the energy there. Take a deep breath. And let's ask Spirit to help us today with these cards. And I have the Gilded deck. For those of you that chose these 3, let's have a look. And again, as I said, I don't know what the card's going to be, so I choose them completely at random. Although I always tune in energetically and say, okay, what do my group need to hear? Energetically, what do they need to know? The Hierophant, the High Priest, the Pope, a person in authority, traditional, establishment, mystical but not mystical in the way that the High Priestess is. So he's more like of an authority. He's more assertive, more masculine, if you like, represented by Taurus energy. And the next card is the World, where accumulation, the end of a cycle, accolade, success, no fear, no holding back. You're ready for this change, whatever it is. And the last card there, the Moon. Trust the cycles of life. That's what the Moon tells us. The Moon has its phases, it waxes, it wanes. We have a full moon. We have a new moon. And we've got 3 eclipses this year. So the moon energy is very powerful on us at the moment. So what am I looking at as I see these 3 cards? You're reaching the end of a cycle. And maybe you need to have some guidance, maybe you need coaching, maybe you need to have counselling, or maybe you need to go and see the bank manager if you need a loan to do this. Whatever it is, the Hierophant says, Seek advice. Or is it that you that has the advice? Are you the guide? Are you the counsellor? Are you the person that people look up to for guidance and insight and inspiration? So the Hierophant is very traditional energy. It's very mainstream energy. He does things like how they're meant to be done, as well as trusting his gut feeling. So if he needs to qualify to do something, he will. If he wants to be a doctor, he will train to be a doctor. You know, like I'm a hypnotherapist and I wanted to help people in that way, so I reckon I had to qualify. I had to do the mainstream training. So this is part of you that recognises I need to do something mainstream. That you are a guide, you are a coach, you are a teacher, and the world is saying, put the past behind you. This is a stellar, successful completion of a cycle. You are now ready to go into the next phase of your life. And just trust that process. Work with the moon, not against it. Perform rituals in the full and the new moon. Recognise that we are all influenced by the phases of the moon. It's about what's hidden at a subconscious level. It's about bringing to the surface. It's about, if you like, retraining the mind and bringing up what needs to be healed. And that's maybe where the Hierophant comes in. Maybe you do need to have some guidance. So there's help there. Trust your gut feeling, trust your higher self, and walk on the wild side sometimes, because you've got the wild dog and the tame dog there. It's okay, a bit like the Fool, take a few risks. It's also telling there's a lot yet to be revealed to you, but you are on this new beginning, and that element of seeking traditional help, or maybe training traditionally to do something, it can be health improving. It's listening to the body, the moon, listening and going within. So on the whole, this is a very optimistic reading. And the angel card, Isabella, fabulous. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So I would say Isabella is saying, yes, this is the time. This is your time to make these changes, to seek that help, to end that cycle, because something new, something fantastic is waiting for you. Wonderful. Okay. Let me just see. I'm looking at, that's the sort of world there, the sphere at the back of it is a world. But as I looked at it then, I saw the lion. It saw what looked like a lion. I'm thinking, a bit of courage doesn't go amiss. A little bit of inner strength. Don't be afraid. You can do this. Okay, let's go on to the last three. And these are the Truth Seeker cards. For those of you that chose these cards, let's have a look. We have the Death card. Change, transformation, rebirth, new beginnings, endings. Very similar cards for all of you. So my group are undergoing some pretty amazing changes at the moment. And I'm with you all. The Lovers. Do what you love and love what you do. Bring your attention to your heart. Love everyone. Obviously, you're not going to be romantically involved with everyone, but as you learn to come from the heart and from feelings of love and recognizing our diversity, our differences, and that's what makes the world so amazing. So when you get the Lovers, it's about choices, it's about listening to your heart. It perhaps is about meeting a soulmate, a person that's like-minded, because there are two women there and he's making a choice between them. It looks very romantic, doesn't it? But they're the same height. One is being like naked and she's being more authentic and true to herself, and the other one looks rather wispy. So, you know, it's that element of looking at either side of the coin within yourself, looking at the shadow side and being honest and true. And then Judgment, personal growth, you're being inaugurated, you're being acknowledged for maybe releasing some karma, something from the past. You've brought the ghosts out the coffin. It's like phoenix rising from the ashes. So these three cards are telling me you may have had some relationship changes, or you're maybe looking at your options now for your career, for your life generally, and there's some form of ending around you. But you know, like the Tower, the Death card was your first card this time, so it's almost in the past position. You're almost through, you're almost out the other side. And you know, the Judgment card is about karma, working out our karma, the end of a karmic journey, and bringing in new options for you. New choices coming from your heart, not from fear, not from lack, not from uncertainty, because you've looked at the shadow side, you've looked at that duality of the decisions that you need to make, and you're deciding now to think more about, well, what do I want? You know, making choices for you from your heart, not about what society tells you, not about what's expected of you, but listening to your own inner voice. It's like you've heard the calling and you're going for it. I love it. And Athena, your angel card, very appropriate for these other three cards. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that helps others as well as yourself. Like the Lovers, isn't it? Making choices from your heart, doing what's right for you. It's safe to be powerful. It's okay to be you. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are more than capable. Allow the Death card to wipe away, cleanse away, purge anything you don't need anymore. So many options awaiting you now. It feels really positive to me. A little bit of, you know, like the Tower brings in a bit of, oh, but you know what? You're coming out the other side into your power. Personal aggrandizement, you knowing who you are and what you want. Wow, fabulous. So that's our pick a card reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll make another video next week with another reading for you all. And please, if you have any suggestions or ideas about what you would like me to read or what you'd like me to do, please let me know. Love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.